Hello there. Today we're going to discuss something very unique about Mr. Ralph Ragnick becoming the interim manager and a very interesting swipe between Fred and McTominay that he might make. United have confirmed that on Monday Ragnick has signed a 6-month contract to become manager till the end of the season, and after that he shall have a 2-year role as a consultant to determine a lot of things, starting from who the players are signed, what kind of players are signed, what formation the team plays in. And that Ralph Ragnick is known as the modern godfather of gegenpressing. So what is gegenpressing? Gegenpressing is the philosophy which states that defense is the best offense and offense is the best defense. It's about high pressing, defensive, counter-attacking football. That's what gegenpressing is. Like the kind of game we see mostly Germans play. For example, mostly we see the kind of games we see mostly the Bayern Munich play. So this is known as the philosophy of gegenpressing. Gegenpressing and the issues of gegenpressing, high pressing counter-attacking football. That is gegenpressing, that's gegenpressing. And high pressurizing, they always pressurize the opponent with a strong counter-attack. So Ragnick is known as the godfather of gegenpressing and is the mentor of several top-notch coaches right now, starting from Mr. Gordon Klopp to Mr. Tuchel, Thomas Tuchel, the Chelsea. Before we go on to the main argument about the twist and the swap between Matic and Pogba, let me tell you a small story, about Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel had almost given up on football. He had gotten injured and he had started working at a club for the purpose of regaining his confidence, regaining his conscience, and for his livelihood. He had given up his dreams of football when he was met by Mr. Ralph Ragnick, who then reintroduced the football world to him and introduced the world of coaching to him, and helped him get the modern gegenpressing style, which is defensive, high-octane counter-attack football that would have changed Tuchel's career. And what happened after that? He went to Chelsea and won the Champions League. So the main philosophy of Ragnick's football in United will be to win the ball, and after you win it, go move with forward passes immediately. No back passes. Okay, which United haven't really done. I mean, let's be honest, United hasn't played that well of a attacking, high pressing, high octane football. It's been some shambolic defensive football we've seen so far. That's what we've seen till now.
Well, that was always going to be brought back. It was a decent effort, though.
So since Ragnick's appointment was announced, there's been plenty of speculation. There have been rumors that what might happen in the team. How will the team adjust to it? How will the team go in this regard? How will the team change? So with this in regard, I would love to say with Ralph Ragnick, with the Ragnick in reserve, with the Ragnick in question, we would like to say is that, how will things go? From what I can gather, a lot of people seem to think Paul Pogba's career at Old Trafford is coming to an end of the line. So Ragnick will be getting rid of a lot of players. That you can be sure of. And Paul Pogba and Matic Paul Pogba, and Luke Shaw might be two of those players because he has criticized them heavily
Well, that
in
never
the
looked like
past.
troubling the keeper, did it? But it was worth an effort. A good strike from him.
But if Pogba and Shaw improve themselves, these might be the two best things that Raniak might want in a midfielder, which is high level, high speed passing and great long shots. This is his favorite. Let me tell you, Raniak loves high field passing and great long shots. The veteran coach just might fix these things at Manchester United. There is a growing impression that Pogba doesn't press the ball enough. And he doesn't do that enough properly. The 28-year-old, looks very disinterested to accommodate to a high pressing playing. He's currently injured and the level of his fitness isn't also good. So when he does return, I think there'll be some supporter surprise at what Ragnick can do with him. If we're going to base Raniak, if we're going to base Raniak on the players of pressing alone, if Raniak were to assess, Pogba is a high pressing player. Trust me, he is. He's a very high pressing player. Pogba is a very high pressing player, and let me tell you, he looks at an average pressure of 90 minutes in United squad. He comes in third behind an unsurprising top two, Jesse Lingard and Fred. So Fred and Lingard are two players who applied the most pressure. So why are they being ignored? There's no reason to ignore them, There's no reason to ignore them. There's no reason to, look away from them. Which is higher than the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Edinson Cavani, two of the players who've been always praised. Pogba has a high pressure average than them. It's like they've never been trained. Pogba has never been trained, to actually implement this on the field. Let me tell you, Pogba has a higher pressing average than both Edinson Cavani and both, and Bruno Fernandes, who are two of the top players in United right now. He has a high pressure, higher pressing along the lines. But Pogba has never been appreciated like that. He's never been appreciated for that. That is the main problem. It's been underutilized, and his fitness has been underutilized. If your fitness isn't proper, and let me tell you, Ralph Ragnick has. I'll discuss it properly. He also has his own group of doctors. Okay. Own group of doctors who own up to it, and who are with him, and he has some specialized doctors who always look after the fitness of his players, who maintain the fitness. So this guy is a genius. Okay. So if Pogba listens to him, I think there'll be a great drastic increase in his gameplay. When you compare Pogba's pressure to other players, he is a highly pressurizing player. Averages 16%, partially be accounted for by McTominay, often being given a holding brief alongside a naturally more combative Fred. Ragnick also wants his players to pass forward, not sideways. So this is very important. Under the reign of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we have seen players just passing, backwards and playing very defensively. That was a scared football. They'd be often playing. That's something Ragnick hates. Not sideways. And Pogba averages more balls in the opposition penalty area than McTominay this season. And Pogba can be twice as effective as McTominay with aggressive passes. McTominay has been widely praised for his performance, all the time, as the matches, right, go by, and rightly so, because he has shown some extremely brilliant defending tactics. He has shown that, particularly against Chelsea, he was brilliant and deserved his rightful man of the match. However, when you analyze the passing and pressing stats, it might be beneficial if his role in the team is switched with Pogba. If his role is switched with Pogba sometimes, it will be beneficial, because that he will be able to get some rest. Because it's important to rotate players. Something Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had always missed. Unlike Pogba, McTominay is extremely versatile, which will obviously work in his favor, as McTominay can play in various positions, and he can play in various positions, and he can play in various roles. So this versatility will definitely help him in the future. Theoretically, the former Juventus man's superior pressing and passing means he should be better suited to that position, and it means that he could be a better choice for Ralph Ragnick. He could be better suited in that position, and he would be a better choice for Ralph Ragnick. And I could genuinely see Ragnick turning McTominay into a number 6, because he's proven he can play in multiple positions. So a Pogba being number 8 wouldn't be a surprise. See, it doesn't matter how many great players you have. It doesn't matter even if you have Messi or Ronaldo in your team. If you don't have a good manager, nothing of that thing helps. It doesn't help.
Well, that's a top-class save. He read it so well.
Contrastingly, Pogba could leave in January, and that would create a different headline. But if Ragnick wants to utilize him, I think Pogba will stay. He might stay if Ragnick wants to utilize him. We might see Pogba staying as well. I'm almost certain that an obsessive like Ragnick has taken a look at Pogba's pressing capabilities and definitely utilized it. Somebody like Ragnick has looked at it, and definitely has utilized it. I'm almost certain that an obsessive like Ragnick has taken a lot of Pogba's pressing capabilities, and that underrated quality could be the savior for United. Sorry. McTominay is like a lot of United players that have to improve his pressing play, because all they do is just, they just pass sideways. Against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, this was one of the problems. We would constantly be passing, sideways, backways. We would be constantly holding on. There was no pressing, no aggression like the old United, what we used to be. We don't have that. We just have this high, just pressing and more pressing. We just have this pressing issue. We don't have any pressing, players. So if Pogba and Shaw can prove their pressing techniques, then definitely, they have a good chance, and McTominay as well. So Ragnick would most likely can switch the roles of McTominay and Pogba, he can switch it. So that is one of the issues that we have found. So because I think he has analyzed video footages, because that's how he does his coaching. According to that, I think he will be able to analyze the different footages and see that Pogba's position can be changed, and McTominay can play in any position, and if Luke Shaw doesn't fit in, and then so be it. And he'll be able to utilize players like Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane, Cavani, all of them. I think they will play hard football. Even Fred, hard, pressing, strong football, the kind of football that United want to see. So, what do you think, that about changing the positions of Fred and, Pogba and McTominay? Let me know. Till then, take care.